Okay. Here we go. All right. Hi, Ange. Hello, everyone. I decided to make the energy a little different in here in hopes that it will allow us to do the Yule Yammer tonight. So we will see. Me too. Hopefully. Exactly. Mood lighting. That's what I'm hoping. Hi, guys. So who do we have here? Take two. That's right. Jackie, hello. And Ange, Debbie, Laura, Becca, Brad, Lady D, Barefoot Taurus, Tracy, Laura, Anastasia, Heidi's here. Artsy, hi. So yes, I kind of kept some mood lighting in. I'm hoping that that helps the energies and the powers that be. Hi, Jack, to let us try to do some Yule talk tonight. That would be nice. Oh, my hair is soaked still. I got home and literally was killing myself to keep my eyes open. So I took a little nap and then I jumped in the shower and yeah, exactly. Right. I was, boy, it wipes me out when I'm at the main office because it's busy and dealing with, hi, Shamara and Hexen and Stephen is here. Michelle. Hi. It just is so busy when I'm at the main office that by the time I get home, and I know it might not be awesome quality this way. And if I can get through at least the meditation part, awesome. Sounds good, Alex. Then I will turn one of the lights on so, we actually have some decent lighting. But I figured for the meditation part, I would keep some mood lighting on and see if we can get it to allow our meditation tonight about Yule. So I was at my local shop and really vibing with this obsidian ball. Ended up dropping it. Everyone laughed, but now I need to buy it because I found a chip in it. There you go. Don't worry about wet hair. Ugh. Well, I know it's not bad now, but when it dries, then it goes poof. I quite like the lighting. Oh, good. Well, it's funny. My camera kind of shows it's fuzzy, but it doesn't look so bad on the computer when I look at it on the computer. So, hi, Renee. Okay. So I have to say this Yule meditation is absolutely a gorgeous meditation. So if you guys can find a place where you can be a little bit quiet or just, even if you can just try to calm yourself, take a couple deep breaths and try to be able to listen as best you can. It's a really good story that kind of gets us into the Yule mood, and I love it. So here we go, okay? I want everybody to just take a couple deep breaths to start out with. In through your nose and out through your mouth. You got a sangria this morning? Yay! We'll have to watch. Okay, no problem, honey. Hi, Shelby. In through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to breathe into the count of 3, hold it for 3, and out for 3. Ready? 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. Out 2, 3. Just doing that a couple times will help to ground you, get you ready to listen. So here we go. I invite you to come with me on a journey, closing your eyes, if you can, and sinking deeply into meditation. Allow the surroundings in which you are seated to fade slowly into the background. You find yourself standing within a circle of 12 mighty trees, on each of which is carved a symbol connected to the changing seasons of the year. Turn to face one of these trees and see carved upon it the sign of the holly, and above it the unconquered sun, the signs of midwinter. Looking up into the tree, which towers impossibly far above you, you see that the branches are evenly spaced, as though in the rungs of a ladder. The tree whispers to you, "Climb, climb." This you do, setting your hands upon the first branch and springing lightly upward, setting your feet on the next branch and reaching up for the one above that. You climb swiftly and easily, but as far as you go, there always seems to be another branch above you, until suddenly you reach the top. You step out from the last branch and find yourself in a snowy landscape, lit by the glow of the glorious midwinter sun, which lies low upon the horizon. Ahead and on all sides are gentle slopes, some crowned by trees, each branch and twig outlined in white. The snow is soft beneath your feet, and a sharp wind nips at your face. The stillness wraps around you like a blanket. Then you hear a sound, a distant, far-off drumming and jingling, which gradually becomes distinguishable as the thunder of hooves and the jingling of small bells. There comes towards you from the north a marvelous figure, dressed all in skins, from head to toe, long hair streaming in the wind, a huge man, tall and powerful, riding astride a great reindeer, whose antlers seem to sweep the sky. Bells are sewn all over his costume, and he carries in his hand a mighty bough of holly in full green leaf. Reaching out with his holly staff, he touches you on the head, and you are at once transformed into the likeness of bird or beast, your heart filled with the joy of the midwinter sun. Now the mighty figure on the reindeer's back wheels away and is off across the white world, and you follow, flying and racing and bounding at his back. How long and how far you run there is no saying, but when at last the great figure slows to a halt, you are no more tired than when you began. You feel as if you could run forever, and that to do so would be to honor the joyful life of the earth and the sun that warms your blood and pierces your heart with its burnished rays. Now, the mighty figure leaps down from the reindeer's back and beckons you to follow. You find yourself back in your own shape, standing among a ring of huge tumbled rocks, which rise like the sharp fins above the ocean of snow. Here, in the center of a dip in the ground, a great fire, as yet unlit, has been laid. You stand beside it in silent waiting, while the great one who has led us here strides to where a single tall tree stands alone. Here the mighty figure raises to his lips an ancient horn and lets blow a blast that echoes again and again from the rocks. For a moment there's silence. Then from all sides comes animals and birds of every kind, slow-moving bears and fast-leaping hares, foxes and weasels, stoats and badgers, and all their kin. Robins fly down to perch on the horns of the deer. Wrens, plovers, partridges, and strutting cockerels with their harems of hens. All these and more than you can name, come flocking near, hunter and hunted, standing side by side without fear. There also come other beings, spirits of the unseen worlds, dryads and fairy folk, and the people of the Sidhe, strange and wondrous beings whose names you no longer recall, until the circle is filled and overflows beyond your sight. Then a silence falls over all, humans and spirits and creatures alike, and there is a sense of waiting, a quietude. Your eyes are drawn towards the west, where the great round red ball of the midwinter sun hangs just above the horizon. Now the figure of the mighty one comes forward, the bells on his costume chiming softly, and there at the foot of the solitary tree he bends and unwraps a bundle. Within are flint and tinder, ancient and dark. Crouching down, he strikes a spark, and at once a flower of light blossoms between his hands. The fire licks hungrily at the tree, and then, in a flash, strikes upward, clothing the tree from root to tip in a vestment of light. Yet, although the fire burns bright and hot, the tree is not consumed. Through the leaping flames, you can see the trunk and branches clearly, and as though at a signal, the sun begins to descend and in moments is gone below the horizon's edge, leaving all there surrounded by the dark, eyes and hearts turning eagerly toward the burning tree. The Great One turns his bright and laughing face towards you, and you become aware that you are holding a torch in your hand, as yet unlit. With a wave of his hand, the figure bids you to come forward and take the light from the burning tree. This you do, and others follow suit until you stand in a circle of light, your brand held high in your hand, torchlight dancing on the creatures who surround you on every side. Then in your mind you hear words, bidding you to light the central fire. You set your burning brand to the heaped up brushwood, which bursts into an incandescent flame with a great whoosh of energy and heat. Then again, you hear the words of the voice of the Great One echoing in your ears, though his lips never seem to move. Behold the solstice fire. Behold the wonder of the sun at midwinter. Accept the blessing of the old ones and take your light back into your world in the kindled fires of your heart. As you hear these words, a great warmth spreads through you, and wherever you look, you see the light burning within and all around all of those who stand with you. And though it seems but a moment since it set, the sun rises in splendor and casts light upon all. You stand in absolute silence for a moment. Then you join with all present in a great shout of acclamation, praising the newborn sun. Then, in good time, the great being swings a huge sack from off his back, and with laughter and joy invites you to come forward and receive a gift, something for yourself alone, the gifts of the midwinter god to his children. When all there have received a gift, again you hear the great voice speaking to your innermost self. You have journeyed far to bear witness to the birth of the unconquered sun. Be sure that you take with you to your own world the glorious solstice light. And I bid you never to forget the weight of the sack on your own back, the sack of tradition, born and yet unborn, which is your bounden duty to reverence and respect. For remember, if the old ways are allowed to die, there may come a day when the sun will not arise on this day of days, and only darkness will remain. May that time never come, and may we meet again in the silent heart of the solstice this many a day. With these words ringing in your ears, you take up your burning brand and turn away from the great tree and the mighty figure who stands beneath it, but not before you have glimpsed, somehow present within the form of the mighty one, other figures, ancient reindeer men with antlers upon their heads, gift bringers from the dawn of time, light bearers and lantern holders from the mystery of time. And somehow, among all these, you see the mighty figure of the spirit of Christmas, Sinterklaas, Odin, Nicholas, old Sir Christmas, by whatever name and whatever form he has been recognized since the beginning. To you, he raises his hand and sends you back through the veils between the worlds, back and down and inward, until you awake, slowly and gently in our own place and time, conscious of the fire that has been ignited in your hearts and ready for the joyful celebration of the solstice revels. So as you come back into your body and you become aware, you can open your eyes. So that is the feeling that I always get at the solstice. So I'm really glad that I found a meditation that can kind of give us that sense of awe and wonder. And hi, Tina. Who else did we have? Cece and Xanthia joined us. And Ponderous Pros. Hi, Aaron. Swear I felt pine and snow. That's awesome. So that is, to me, there is just, like I said, Yule is one of my favorite, like it's very ethereal to me. That is actually from the Winter Solstice book from John Matthews and Caitlin Matthews. And it's meditation. Yeah, really nice. I joined right before that started, and I'm very thankful for it. That was beautiful, and my siblings did interrupt a quiet moment for once. Isn't that nice? Want to know what Muslim heaven is? Sure, Muhammad. What is Muslim heaven? You have changed my mind about Yule. Yay! I'm so glad. The sensation that you feel each time you make love is utterly delicious and out of this world, and when you feel you would faint. Yeah. Okay. All right. Close my eyes for the meditation. Was listening while sitting in front of the tree. So when you open your eyes, you saw the tree. How perfect. Oh, that's great. I'm here, but my internet is cutting in and out. Oh, I'm sorry, Karen. Very nice. I went ahead and did the meditation. My pain is almost all gone. Yay, and all right. Boy, when you are able to connect to spirit like that, a lot of times that healing, you're not even thinking about it. And because you're not thinking about it, something happens when you're able to connect. And that is, if you saw, I think it was yesterday, I posted that picture of what, that's okay, Hexen. He kind of, I think, needed to be timed out. I was cleaning up cat barf during the meditation. Please send my 17-year-old cat some positive vibes. Oh, honey, I will. Hi, wilding child. But sometimes when you can connect to that spirit, that healing automatically comes through those connections. If you saw what I posted yesterday about the connections of the universe and what the connections look when you take that darkness away, that's what I see. When I talk about that web of connections, that is what I see. So it's me, Nicole. Oh, hi. It's hard for me to see your little picture there, but I see your little picture dressed up as Pam there, or not Pam, but, same thing, basically. 17-year-old kitty, I know. That's tough. Hi, Monica. Okay, so do we have other questions about Yule? Or I have other stories I can read about Yule. We can talk about what Yule is. We can talk about correspondences for Yule. Is anyone there? I don't see Jen. Oh, uh-oh. I think I'm still here. The 12 days of Yule. Okay. So we did kind of start to talk about, I'm almost afraid because I know our internet has been so good now for, I just kept seeing a damn red fox running through the I swear, Brad, when I was reading that and I heard the fox, I thought, oh, Brad is in here too. Any Yule oils? Yes, yes, yes. Yule oils for sure. So again, it depends on what you correspondences. Perfect. Okay. So let's talk real quick about, before I go into the 12 days, but correspondences for Yules. So you're talking about, a lot of different, pantheons celebrate Yule, and, but they're all a little bit different, but all also a little bit similar, right? So when we talk about like the Scandinavians and the Vikings and that kind of thing, hi, Kendra. They celebrate what's called Yule with Jul. And theirs is a little different. They have, actually Odin has a 8-legged reindeer, and that is where the reindeer actually came from, is Odin on his 8-legged reindeer, but instead they made it 8 reindeer. All right, Karen. Sorry, honey. I know. I hate internet problems. So one of the things for Scandinavian and Viking cultures is there's a goat. And let me see if I have, I'm sure somewhere in here I have a picture of the goat. But it's usually made out of straw, or it looks kind of like it's made out of straw. And it has these base. I'll post a picture of it if I can't find it, which I don't know, in the group. But that is one of their Christmas symbols, is the goat. Obviously all the evergreen kind of trees. So you have your pine trees, your cedar trees. And the reason for that, obviously, is that while everything else kind of goes to sleep in the winter, as far as plant life, the evergreen actually is able to keep its needles and stay green through it. So through the winter, it reminds us that you saying, oh, just cleared up something that happened to me yesterday. Really? Yay. I love Odin around this time. I mean, when I think of Santa Claus, or when we taught our kids finally that there wasn't a quote unquote Santa Claus, we talked about Odin. Yay. I know. That's my picture of Santa Claus, is Odin with horns and, horns on his head and skins. And I love that image. To me, of Santa Claus is a pure image. So definitely any kind of evergreen that stays green. So holly, same thing. Holly, the berries and stuff are ripening all throughout the winter season. Hey, Jen, I got some monk fruit today. Yay, monkey fruit. I love that stuff. I almost made myself a cup of my tea again tonight, but I figured I'd wait, because then when I'm blabbing, I'm talking, it gets cold, and I don't like it cold. Juniper and cedar. Yep, that's right. Hold on, I got to put my glasses back down. Okay, gold and silver. So gold and silver is a big deal around the Yule holiday, which, for me, gold and silver is always on my altar, because I use gold for the god and silver for the goddess. Again, you don't have to do that. That's how a lot of people see the god and goddess that way. That's same thing with a lot of people see the sun as the god and the moon as the goddess. That's how I see them too. If I didn't see them that way, though, if I thought they were opposite, then, you certainly can switch them. Mistletoe. So mistletoe, we talked about a little bit before, comes from the Druids. The stars in the sun, candles, poinsettia, Yule log. So the different deities are Odin, obviously. We talked about that. Ra and Isis. That is silver and gold, silver and gold. Now you got me singing it, Jackie. Ra and Isis for the Egyptian pantheons. Brigid, that is Celtic. Demeter, Gaia, Diana, the goddess or the great mother, Mithras, Lu, which is always funny to me because Lu is really Lunasa. He's also Celtic, so he's kind of one of the gods, deities that you can celebrate. And the Oak King and the Holly King, we talked about their battle. They battle it out, and the Oak King ultimately wins at this time. The Horned One, the Green Man, the Divine Child. Colors, green, yellow, gold, red, silver. Silver and gold just popped in my head, the song from Rudolph. Yep, absolutely. Stones. So stones are ruby, garnet, emerald, and diamond. So diamond because it's so sparkly. And then the ruby and garnet and emeralds because red and greens. Herbs. And again, it depends on what you think of when you're thinking of your Christmas time, your Yule. I go to the woods at the end of my home. The holly and ivy grow from the woods into my garden. I love it. Yes, absolutely. I have holly bushes right outside my kitchen window. So I like to go out there and pick some. Definitely, you know, all this whole Yule season. So herbs, cinnamon, caraway, clove, allspice, bayberry, evergreen, frankincense, and myrrh, laurel, mistletoe, sage, yellow cedar. I would add star anise is a good one. So would any log work as a symbol for a Yule log? Yes, absolutely. Any log works. Of course, there is, and it depends. You know, some people have access to a lot of different trees. And there's different correspondences to different kinds of trees. Any log, though, like we made, my husband, well, I shouldn't say we. My husband made a whole bunch of Yule logs last year. And it was what we had around. There was a couple, I think, was pine and maple. We had a couple big maple branches that fall. White birch. Yep, absolutely. So whatever the universe puts in front of you is obviously, you know, what they want you to use. We need to post recipes for the food Yule logs. Oh, yeah, we can do that. They are good. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of recipes for that. And I always make sun bread on Yule. And that is just, well, it depends on how you like your bread. I'm a bread person because to me, you know, carbohydrates are my life. And so I always make a really good sun bread that has a lot of, that has a lot of, like you can add cheese in there if you want. You can, I like to add like rosemary, a little bit of rosemary and good, good, good. Favorite bread is banana walnut. Ooh, that sounds good too. Okay, as far as the 12 days. So the 12, you're killing me, right? It's time to go make bread. So the 12 days start, and again, we started this yesterday. There's different 12 days for different pantheons. The Scandinavians and the Norse people, they celebrate the hint of cinnamon sugar. Oh, that sounds really good too, Hexam. I was walking my dog, standing in the cold, wind blowing in my face, silently asking for help understanding the season. And as clear as day, I heard someone say Odin in my ear. You're kidding. That's so awesome, Brad. That is awesome. So I love when that happens. That's like me with the deer, you know, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago now. Standing out, waiting for the sun to come back up, and the deer snorted at me. I mean, that is, talk about the universe going, here, you wanted something? Here you go. Hi, Wendy. Welcome, welcome. So the Scandinavians, they start their 12 days the day before midwinter, and it's called Mother's. It's not Mother's Day. I had it out yesterday, damn it. It's Mother something. I have to. I can't believe. Oh, wait, here it is. Ha! I made a bread that's baked by the sun. It's called Essen bread. It can be baked in the oven on low temp. Ooh, that's awesome. You should post that in our Mother's Night. Yes, I believe that's it. Yes, thank you, Shamara. Whew, I'm telling you. especially after today. My brain just kind of left my body today. You have a lot of hard patience in a day, and it's just like, oh, turn into a zombie just to get through the day sometimes. Okay, yes, here we go. For most heathens, heathens specifically, that's what they call themselves, or some of them are true, whatever, I can never say that word. But heathens is the Viking culture and the Viking pantheon, Scandinavian. The 12 days of Yule starts on the eve of the winter solstice. The date of solstice changes from year to year. However, at my house, we start a 12-day celebration on the 20th every year, even when it doesn't fall on the eve of solstice. This is because when one is celebrating Yuletide as a 12-night event, starting on the 20th means the last night of the celebration ends up being on our modern culture's New Year's Eve. This holds special significance because the 12th night is Oath Night. So that's good. And then I have a spread, a tarot spread. Hi, Dave. Welcome. Oh, that's cool. I'll post the tarot spread about the 12 days in the group. Yeah, I'm never going to read that. That's too little. Okay, so for everybody but the heathens, the day zero is Christmas Day, which is the 21st, which is the 25th Christmas Day. So it depends on your religion, what you want to do with that. Dave and Matt need to listen to this when he gets home. Oh yeah, we did a beautiful meditation about the solstice. Was right in the beginning, Dave, and it was really, really good. So actually, day one would be on Boxing Day. See, I hate to say this, guys, but I'm going to skip this. Yeah, and here's Mother's Night is on day 2, which is not right. So, all right, I know I've said before that I love John and Caitlin Matthews. However, they follow a lot of the Celtic path, and then they throw in their Christianity into it also, which I always am a little mystified by. Sure, Hexen, what's up? And so some stuff that they talk about, I'm like, yeah, that's not true. So their 12 days of Christmas, I do not follow, because they're talking about Boxing Day, which that has to do with the Catholic Christian Church. Then they're talking about Mother's Night is on day 2, which to them would be the 27th. And that's not true. That is the day before the solstice. So which altar tools are associated with Yule? Whichever ones you associate with them. No, it depends. Now, what have I made before? I have made specific besoms magical brooms for solstice. I like to do little ones for your altar. And if you can get rosemary to be, about this long, the rosemary besoms look really good. And then you tie it with a red ribbon and bring the rosemary down and tie it again. I don't know if you know how to make besoms, but I'll try to do one because I think I have long enough rosemary this year. I'll try to do one and show you on the Facebook page. And my camera's not doing so well with not enough light, but that to me, that one is a big one for Yule because before the sun rises again, then I like to kind of sweep all the magical energy away, all the negative energy. Quick question. Can you talk about a Yule tree? Yes. Okay. So what's the difference between a Yule tree and a Christmas tree? Does anybody know? Anybody? I'll tell you while I'm waiting for your answers. Not much. The Yule tree is the OG, right? The Yule tree is the same thing as a Christmas tree. They stole it from us. That's right. They stole it from us. So the Yule tree and the Christmas tree are the same thing. The only thing, I like to have at least one what I call a Yule tree, which is either one that, because around here, all of a sudden, we used to have smaller evergreens, but now they're all big. So I can't really incorporate it into that. So I either will take a fake tree outside, or that's where we put one natural tree, is we actually get the natural tree and put it outside. And I put stuff in for the animals. So we make little balls of seed and peanut butter. And I'm totally blanking. What do we use as a base? It's edible. And what the hell is it? I'm losing my mind. Bread. We're talking about bread. So we take bread balls and we cook the bread balls into round balls. You coat them with peanut butter and you roll them in seeds. That's for the birds, and actually a lot of the squirrels like it, and the deer like it, and all that kind of stuff. Cranberries that you actually string, as long as you string it with stuff that is strong enough to not break down. In other words, like we usually use fishing wire and stuff. And popcorn strings and pine cones smothered in peanut butter and seeds. Perfect. Yep, that would be great. Nuts. I do a lot of stuff with nuts. You can do that on pine cones, Jen. Perfect. Yep. So like hazelnuts, almonds, all that kind of stuff. We kind of incorporate that. You can either crush it up and put it in with that mixture. Hi, Karen. I'm glad you're back, honey. Hopefully that'll be a little better. So I try to do all kinds of stuff for little animals and put that on the tree. I do an inside Yule tree. I think I've said before, usually I have 4 trees, at least in the house. And 2 of them one is like a regular Christmas tree with ornaments and all that kind of stuff. One of them my husband does because he's OCD and he likes the white tree with silver and blue ornaments on it and all that stuff. And I like throw all kinds of colors on there. And then I have another tree, which probably will be up here this year, so I can show you guys as soon as this weekend. I think I'm going to be putting one up that I do more natural stuff. So I'll take my my quartz crystal points and string them up and put them on as ornaments. I will do pentacles. We have drawn pentacles and stuff on little wooden slices and put them up on the tree. I try to do like what I would consider a pagan tree. So all kinds of symbolism for the horned god, or the holly king, the oak king. Tell Peter he isn't alone. I'm the same way. I know a lot of people are, and I purposely, I can't tell you how many years, and he catches it every time. I can't tell you how many years he'll go to bed and I'll be up before him or something, and I will move some of his ornaments on him, because I'm telling you, he has it. Everything has the correct path and everything looks perfect. And I will take 3 ornaments and put them in a clump up on the top left or something. It drives him crazy. He's like, who did this? Who did this to my tree? We do pine cones with nutter butter and seeds, plus string cranberries with popcorn. We also always decorate an outdoor tree. Yep, we do too. And that's just, to me, that's the little gift to the fae and to the little outdoor ornaments. Hi, Ruby. I hear a lot of happy cats. Oh, Yule tree. Oh, Yule tree. Yep, your ornaments are history. That's right. The big tree that we do downstairs, usually we have to tie it to the wall because the cats are all up in there. Everything has a place. We know where it belongs when it gets moved. Oh, he does too. I can't believe, I'll do little things. I'll switch out. Oh, one year I switched out. He had all his blue lights on his white tree. One year I switched out one red bulb. He would have thought that I wrecked his entire Christmas. just little things. And he notices every single time. And me, like poor Peter, tonight I get home, I'm exhausted. I told you I fell asleep when I got home. Tonight I get home and he has put out, we have a thing that moves onto the house and makes snowflakes onto the house. And he had put that up. Didn't even see it. I come in, he goes, did you see? And I'm like, did I see what? He goes, the snowflake thing. I put the snowflake thing up. Oh, you did? It was dark too. It's not like it was light. It was dark when I got home. So, yep. That would drive me insane. I know. My poor husband. He puts up with me so well. Oh, he's my husband, honey. He's Mr. Squirrel. Except he's so not squirrel. He will focus through anything. My favorite garland is made up of cranberries, crystallized ginger, and bay leaves. Ooh, on a metallic gold thread. Nice. Nice, nice. That's gorgeous. They call me Mr. Squirrel. I almost said that, Ashley. That's funny. Yep, we're thinking the same thing. Gosh darn it. This light is killing me. Okay, so let's talk about foods. Foods for Yule, mulled wine or cider. I don't like either, but you're welcome to it. I personally try to do like a butter beer that's not actually, you know, what's it called in Harry Potter? They get a hot buttered rum. I do like a hot chocolate thing that has butterscotch schnapps in it. It's really good. That's what I like. Roast meats. So how do you do butter beer? I will post. I have the recipe for that. I will post that. Hopefully, if I remember. Roast root vegetables. So, you know, carrots and potatoes and that kind of thing roasted. Cookies, fruit cakes, wassail. Here we go. Wassail. That's what it is. That's a big thing. I have never been that into it. I love peppermint schnapps. Oh, me too. If she forgets, look on her Pinterest. Yes, it's there. If you get me drunk enough, I can stand cider and wine. Absolutely. Meat and grog. See? Yep, absolutely. Meat and grog. Butter shots is yummy. I know. That is the only time. Now, I told you before, I do not drink. The only time I think I've ever really been wasted was on butter shots. I think I had 14 at the bar. And then I almost fell off my chair. I do non-alcoholic apple cider, and I add orange slices and Yule herbs. Ooh, that's nice. 14, yeah. And I'm not a drinker. So then hi, Ruby. You all have wonderful chat tonight. Back to work for me. Can't wait to watch a replay. Yay. Oh, good, Wendy. Girl, you must have been. Yeah, I was. That is literally the only night ever in my entire life. And maybe that's why I don't drink, because we're talking, I think I was probably 20. No, I couldn't have been. I was at least 21. So I was 22 must be, because I was at the bar. And literally that's the only night in my entire life that I spent on the bathroom floor, just near the toilet, waiting all night. And I did not throw up. I just want you to know, I just thought I was going to all night long. Okay, so stews, Yule log, dried fruits, nuts, apples, and oranges. Drinking tea, decorating. Aw, that's nice. I drank half a sangria at a taco place and had to toss it. I was getting tipsy, right? Yep. So what else? For me, a lot of, when I think of Yule, because Yule to me is not only Odin and stuff, but I love the Odin factor of it. It is, you think of the battle of the Oak King and the Holly King, and you think of the return of the sun. So there's lots of sun stuff. That's, if you see my altar, I posted a couple pictures. My Yule altar is full of candy. Nope, it's not. It's full of candles. Last time I was that wasted was on my 21st birthday, hung over for days, right? Oh, I'm telling you. That's typical Friday for me at the gay club. Drunk, hugging a toilet and texting my friends I'm dead. Oh, how could you do that night after night after night, though? Like, once was enough for me, and I never wanted to do it again, Brad. So, what the hell was I just saying? Oh, candles. I have tons of candles on my altar because, to me, that is the big thing, is the return of the light. And we're trying to coax the light back up. So, everything that has to do with the sun. I make sun bread. I make anything. I have suns on my altar usually, although all my suns are outside right now, which I'm kind of like, oh shit, I forgot all my suns outside. I hope they're not all faded. I haven't really seen them since I was outside doing a video in early fall. So I have to kind of go out and look, but usually I have tons of suns all over my altar. Using tons of candles on my altar. Yep. Made a huge post on my IG about the sun. Perfect. 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 Awesome. So it really is, if you think of Yule, it's really a lot of Christmas stuff other than the, newborn sun is the newborn sun, S-U-N. And they stole most of the stuff that they celebrate. They stole from us. So when you think of, okay, I can't do that. That's a little too wacky. When they think of, or when you're trying to think of what Yule is about, you already know, because they stole most of it. So most of what they do is ours. We just have to tweak it for animals, or for our gods and goddesses, or for, the Holly King and the Sun King, or for Odin, or but the evergreen tree and the candle lights in the windows and all that stuff came from us. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let's get out this book, my Pagan Christmas book. So this has a lot of those kind of stories in here too. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. I specifically marked this because I found an ancient recipe in here for Kaifi incense. I've been lighting 5 red, green, white candles every night for at least an hour. Dollar Tree, thank you for those candles, right? The birth of the sun versus the birth of the sun. That's right. Exactly. My grandmother got mad at me when she asked how the garland looked, and I said pagan. Oh, I love it. That's great. So I believe I also posted in our Facebook group one of my favorite carols. One of my favorite songs for this time of year is there's 2 that are really good. The what's it called? The Pagan and the Christian and the Pagan. Pagan and the Christian. It's S.J. Tucker. I have to laugh every time I see a church sign advertising their hanging of the greens, right? Because it is about a pagan going to her, I believe it's her uncle's house, who's a Christian, and sitting down at the table and celebrating with them. And when I, quote unquote, came out to my family, it was at Yule. And I brought that song, and I printed out lyrics for that song and made them all listen to it. And they were like, what does this have to do with us? And I said, well, a lot, because guess what? I'm pagan. And most of them were okay with my grandfather. Unfortunately, he was not happy with it. He was, lifelong Catholic, but most of them were like, okay, well, all right. Most of them didn't have a problem with it. The other song that I love is Santa Claus is Pagan Too. Have you ever heard that one? That's a really good one too. Again, I wish we could do songs on YouTube, but I get dinged for it if I do a song on YouTube. So I post them in our Facebook wall. Last time I strung cranberries and popcorn, I did 63 feet of it. Oh, ooh. Yep. So Santa Claus is Pagan Too, and the Christians and the Pagans. That's by S.J. Tucker. And Santa Claus is pagan too. I'm trying to remember. It is. Hold on, I'll be able to tell you. Oh, I just went out of our chat. Damn it, man. Santa Claus is pagan too. Emerald Rose. That's by Emerald Rose. And it's a great song. And I'm really tempted to play it now that I'm sitting right here on it. But I'm not gonna because I'll get in trouble. Great. Any other questions about Yule? My brother said he wasn't surprised, but that I was going to hell. I told him in that case I would have lots of company, right? And the other thing is, we don't believe in hell. So, okay. I don't believe that there is a hell. So, is there anything traditional to do on the first of the year? Yes, that is one of the 12 days. So let me, because I got the wrong book together, the one that has the Christian 12 days, or the half Christian, half Catholic, half pagan 12 days. I will get it together and I will just post in our Facebook group, like day 1, day 2, day 3, because there's specific nights for all of it. The last night being the oath night, which is not necessarily the first, but the 31st. So the last night should be the 31st. Christians took the tree of divine light and turned it into the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Yeah, they did. A lot of these traditions piggyback on each other. The Egyptians had a tree of divine light from Isis. Yep. Iris of our eye allows us to see all the colors of the rainbow, for sure. Yep. I have a 30 days of Yule thing going on IG. Hey, perfect. Awesome. I love it. I will have to, I don't know if I follow you. I'll have to look you up. Do you have, what's your IG name? I need to find a way to tell my family and not make them mad since so much is similar. They should understand, but I don't want to be kicked out. Yeah, Rachel, just be careful, honey. If you don't feel like you're ready, don't feel like you have to. It's okay. You can practice what you believe without, ostracizing everyone that, especially if you're living in their house still, sometimes it's okay to be a little bit in the broom closet. It's okay. A lot of us were for a while. I was a little bit, but even then, my mother always kind of knew I was a freak, but Santa Claus is pagan too. And if you're a merry witch, he will bring you all the best. That's right. This is my first Yule and I'm not really sure how to celebrate, but these live chats are helping me. Little Dandelion, the first Yule it's really a lot of Christmas traditions, and then ours is first. So we start on the 21st, and we're waiting for that sun to rise, celebrating the fact that it's the shortest day. Dings on YouTube doesn't make much sense. We can share books and decks, but not any songs. I know. And I read my stories. It's crazy. On the bright side, they have pagan decorations everywhere. That's right. And they don't even know it. Oh, yes. Sorry, Instagram. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget. Some people, yeah. What is IG? Oops, sorry, Jackie. The evergreen symbolizes the everlight and is definitely Northern European because evergreens do not grow in the Middle East or Northern Africa. Absolutely. So, yeah, I think for once tonight, believe it or not, it's kind of nice to be just an hour long. This is the first time we've been an hour long only in probably a month. So that's okay. I get to spend a little time with my husband tonight, and it was such a long day. So tomorrow, I was supposed to have half a day off, but my boss informed me this afternoon that I have to come in early. So I guess I don't have a half a day off. Yay. Well, welcome, Angela. We're glad to have you. I know. I have to go in because the nurse is going to be there for the PBDs, and she's only there like once in a while. So that's good. Hubby time is important. I know it. A little bit once in a while anyway. He's working nights last night and tonight anyways. So oh, Alex, did you say what your name was? You probably did, and I totally missed it, huh? Oh, yes. There it is. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to try to copy it. All right. I got it. Perfect. Jen, do you know a good place I can get dried holly? I have a bunch of it. Come on over. I don't know who else does that. I have this huge jar of it. I'm trying to think where I have seen it. The problem with dried holly, I'll tell you, is that when it's not fresh, it kind of loses. It's not as that pretty green. It kind of turns like a dark, dark, dark green, which is okay. But I use, because the holly leaves, I have this huge, huge bottle of it. And I use the holly leaves for binding and protecting spells. Because if you've ever dried, bye Artsy. If you've ever dried holly leaves, they have those barbs on the end of them that get really super sharp, and you have to be really kind of careful because you can actually hurt yourself on dried holly leaves because they're sharp as hell. When's the next video? I was just thinking that. I was going to say tomorrow, but I may take tomorrow off because, oh no. Thursday is going to be even worse. No, it's not. Nah, because I'm at my office. I'll live with it. Thursday. So let's say Thursday. Jen, let me know the name of the book for the true story. Oh, shoot, Debbie. Damn it. And I almost pulled it out right after our live yesterday. So, yes, I think, yeah, I'll be back on Thursday. I'm going to take tomorrow off because I'm at the main office again. What are the properties of holly? Ready, Hexen? Hold on. Watch this. My Pinterest. Hold on, if my internet will keep up. Can't believe I should knock on wood really quick, but holly metaphysical. Okay, holly is traditionally used to decorate the home at winter solstice. Its red berries and green leaves in the dead of winter symbolize everlasting life. A holly tree growing near the home is thought to provide protection from thunder, lightning, and demons. A masculine tree, its wood was also used to make spears and chariot wheels in ancient times. The prickly leaves of the holly match its formidable masculine associates as a tree of protection and warfare. Yes, that's true, Darcy, for sure. Wicked. And that is on my Pinterest, along with a million other things. Yes, so Dave, definitely, if you can, you and Maddie watch the meditation. It was really, really, really a good meditation tonight. So I highly recommend it. All right. So yes, it's on my Pinterest page under the Yule tab. Oh, boy, my camera does not like this low light situation. All right, guys. I love you all. I'm going to take tomorrow off, and we will be back on Thursday. And I don't know. I think we should do a little tarot and a little Yule, okay? I read tarot cards. Anybody can read tarot cards. It's easy. Take the 10 of Cups, for example. This card tells me I'm going to get drunk as fuck tonight. Okay, Lenny. You're going to be put in time out. Reminds me of the story, Sir Gawain and the Green Light. Oh, that's in here too. I have that story. I swear to you, as soon as, I think Friday, I don't have that busy a day, I'm going to upload like 3 or 4 different Yule stories because I have really cool Yule stories, but I haven't had the time to upload them. All right. Good night, everyone. Love ya, love ya, love ya. And I don't think I'll be back on tomorrow. If I come back tomorrow from work and I'm feeling great and I just want to do something quick, I might, but I'll let you know. Blessings, guys. Have a good night.